So this is the first video on YouTube. Today I'm actually uh, going to look into the Delft 3D FM suite, and I'm going to go on step by step process that's going to be helpful for all those who are doing modeling work. So on today's lesson, we are going to go for how to make a grid in Delft 3D Flexible Mesh, and then I'll also include other video tutorials for Delft 3D Flexible Mesh. And if you keep watching, I'll also put on other software tutorial as well. So please see this video from start to end, and if you like it, do subscribe it and share it among friends. So this is the Delft 3D Flexible Mesh module, and in order to start a model, you need to go to the new model here, and we are going to do a flow flexible mesh model. So just click on it, and there you will see that a window appears with name Flow FM, and there are other tabs there, and all those tabs I'll discuss on later videos, but today we are going to work on the grids only. So to work on the grid, we have to double click on it. We have to wait for some times for the window to open. Okay, so now you can see that there are other tabs: file, edit, operations, view, coordinate settings, and help. So in order to make a grid, first you need some defined areas where you want to make a grid. For instance, and you can have that area by different attributes files like land boundaries. You can have polygons, and you can even use samples that you have XYZ files that you're going to use as your grid boundary. So that can also be used. So because we have the land boundaries, we are going to use that one, and I can also show you the other way of making grids in different in other tutorial as well. So at first, so we have a land boundary, so we just going to go for open land boundary. So at first, file, attribute file, and open land boundary. Okay. So I have put those things in the tutorial. Okay, so land boundary. So we're gonna work on the Shangu land boundary 2018. It's it's been digitized in with the uh, satellite image from 2018, and I'm going to make a grid on this one. Uh, so uh, so you can see the extent of the river, and it's the Shangu is a river in Bangladesh, and it's a very meandering river, you can see, and you will find very challenging work while developing this grid. That's why I have chosen it, because this grid is going to be a very tough one. And if you can do this kind of grids very easily, then you can also do other grids very easily. And now to begin with, I just have to go for in operations, and you have to create SP lines from land boundaries. So the SP line is a format where you to produce grid in flexible mesh. Even in Delft 3D Classic, you need to go for SP lines, and then you have to make the grids. So SP lines from land boundaries. So you can see that the SP lines has been drawn, and now you can delete the land boundary files. Okay, so we have three SP lines here. Uh, to guide the grid here. In order to make the grid, you have to close the SP line. So new SP line. We have to make some more SP lines. So new, and now uh, I'm going to make grid till here. So here one, and just right click, and it will, you can work on another SP line here. Okay, then again right click. You have to remember this. You have to click twice for one SP line and then right click to make a new one. Okay, and you can see I'm making several SP lines along the channel, and this is because to guide the grid line so that we can have a proper grid. Oops, I did a wrong mistake, but you can see that there's an option delete point. So just click on it and it will be just fine. Just then right click it and click on the new poly and start working again. Make sure that the SP line you are drawing perpendicular to the channel is actually perpendicular to the stream. So that that's how the grid would be quite good, uh, because there'd be some issues on orthogonality of what's going on here. So now we have finished with the SP lines that needs the with all these SP lines that are guiding the grid to where it should be. So now we have to go to the settings, and in settings you have to click general, and you have M refinement factor and N refinement factor, and these are the two things that you need to define. The M refinement factor is actually the factor that's going to be on the horizontal, so in the X direction. So let's say it's 15, and N refinement factor is, let's say, 5. That's along the cross sections. Okay, so now in operations, change SP lines to grid, and now you can see that the grid is constructed. But as you can see, the grid is not looking that much good here. So what we do here, go in operations and click on orthogonalize the grid, and you can see it starts looking a little bit better than before. So now in Delft 3D you have to be very careful, because there's one option that's orthogonality that's going to hamper your uh, time, uh, simulation time of the model. So you can see, and you have to always keep the orthogonality below 0.08, and now you can see here it's 0.291 here. So you have to readjust your grid so that you have the proper orthogonality of your grid. Okay, so we have one here, 1.77, so we need to work on this one. To do that, I will start working with edit and regular grid, and so this is the regular grid. So now what we can do is here we can do a block orthogonalize here. So from here, just click 4 points in which area you want to do the orthogonalization, and uh, nothing has happened here because it's also a lesson that if you try to do any model, try to do it on a a straight surface. So you see here the line is not perpendicular, so it's making some problem for this grid. So what we can do is here we can edit the SP line, edit. Let's make it straight. Okay. Now what we can do is do the same thing again and say, and now you can see it's already it's below. So now what we can do, orthogonalize it, and you see it's quite better now. It's 0.081. So just simply doing that, it made the grid very good. Okay. So now you have here it's okay. It's under below 0.08, so no problem. Here is also it's good. You have to do all the bends actually because this is the place where you will have some trouble of orthogonality. Otherwise, everything else will be quite good. Okay, so you have some issue here. We have 0.118, so you need to make that below or equal to 0.08. Okay, so we go to edit, regular grid. Let's say block orthogonalize. So do from here to here, and let's say from here to here. 4 points and just click the right button, and you see the orthogonalization has changed. It's come down, but it's not yet um, as below as our requirements. So what we can do is here we can uh, do some other modifications. Let's say line smoothing. So what we can do here is we can smooth the line from this place to this place. Let's see the orthogonality increase, and it should, when you smooth the line try to smooth in different directions, so it makes the orthogonality make. So what we can do is go again and regular grid block orthogonalize, and let's say here and a little bit better, but not yet the way we want. So go to edit and now we will try to smooth the line along the cross section. It's saying that this point should be in the same line. So I think I haven't put them in the same line. So now it should be okay. Okay. So let's do a block of optimization again. And from this point, and this point to this point. Here you go. You have 0.0, so it's okay for this one. So let's move on the other place where you have. So this is another place where you have a very rough optimization, so it's much higher, 0.341, so we have to correct it. So to do that, at first you do some log optimization. So let's do it from here. Guys, you have to do it on file level only, and it will work. If we know what to do when you have quite a lot of experience, and you will get it right anyway. That's what that time. So now we'll do some smoothing. Another thing to do with the orthogonality curve, you know, we need to defining like this. So we can do it here too, here's one, okay, and define that helps. And you can see it's already looking better than before. So this part, but this part we have tried different options, but it didn't go. But let's see. Let's save this one and export grid and export. Yes. Now go to operations, import regular regular, and you can see yes, have one two three. Just go here. One two three. Select import. Issue here, but let's do let's okay. Now you can see that all the grids are now almost optimized, and the value is here is 0.07. So at the regular grid, we tried to make it minimum, and now we have optimized 0.07, and it's perfect. It's below 0.08, so this grid we are going to export it again. Export the grid and let's save this in the. Okay. So now just save it, save the project, and pause this one, and we have the grid in your screen. Okay, so this is the grid that we have just made from scratch, and so this grid is ready. So we will show the other step-by-step processes that requires to do the modeling. So this is it for today. So please guys, if you like this video, please do subscribe and like this channel, and also share and hit the bell button for new updates. Thank you. Ciao.